So I'm going to try something a little bit different today that is going to be along the lines of veggies. This is my seasoning blend. In it there is some onions, there are some bell peppers, red and green bell peppers, celery, and I'm also going to add some garlic, minced garlic to the mix as well. I'm going to let that simmer a little bit, stir it up a tad. Until it gets nice and fragrant. And this is a take on something that I normally do with whole wheat penne pasta, but today I'm going to try some zucchini noodles instead of the whole wheat pasta to see how that comes out. Stir that a little bit, and once it gets to the proper doneness in a few more minutes, I'll come back and I'll show you what else I'm going to add to this meal. Back in a few minutes. So let's see. So today is one of our meat days, and I have just added to the bouquet, southern bouquet, if you will. I believe that's what they call this. The onions, the bell peppers, the celery, and the garlic. I just added some Italian sausage. And normally when I add in the Italian sausage, you really don't have to put a lot of other seasonings in it because the sausage is seasoned so well. You can get it either in mild or in hot. But I'm going to just stir that and let all of that cook down with all of that flavorful goodness. And as all of that is cooking down, eventually I'll add a few more ingredients and this will be done. And you'll see that this is a meal that you can cook in less than 30 minutes, 30 minutes or less. Those are my kind of meals where you don't have to be at the stove very long in order to get everything accomplished. And a really good meal for like 3 or 4 people with what I've added. It's 2 packages of the Italian seasoning, about a cup of the onions, bell peppers, garlic in here, and just stirring all of that up. And in a few minutes, this should be done, and I'll come back to show you some of the final additions before the meal is ready. Be back in a minute. So the Italian sausage is pretty much done and ready to go. So now I'm going to add in some diced tomatoes. With some chilies chopped up. Stir that in. And last but not least, these are spiralized zucchini noodles. And what I'm hoping is that they are going to pick up on all of the flavors that have been added into this dish and make for a really good Italian veggie dish. How about that? I'm sure people that are on keto could eat this as well. I'm going to sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese in here as well. Get these noodles nice and mixed in. They look really good. I'm going to put a little Italian seasoning on the top of them. A little salt, a little pepper, not too much. And when it is all nice and cooked down, I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the finished product. Be back in a few minutes. So here is the finished product with the little bit of Parmesan and Romano cheese sprinkled over the top. You see the zucchini noodles, the diced chilies and diced tomatoes. We put onions, garlic, We also put bell peppers, celery, red and green bell peppers. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. We added a little bit of Italian seasoning, a little salt, a little pepper for the noodles, and hoping that the noodles they're zucchini noodles, so hoping that they'll pick up the flavors that are inside this delicious dish. I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be very, very tasty. And this was done in less than 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. We got all of this done. It's 2 packages of Italian sausage, 2 packages of zucchini noodles, about a cup of onions, bell peppers, garlic, and I guess about 1 can of the diced chilies, almost 1 can of the diced tomatoes with chilies in it. Put all that in the pot, stirred it up. We're done in less than 30 minutes. And the other amazing thing is that it costs less than $20. I got the 2 packs of Italian sausage for $10. The chilies and the tomatoes were $2. The seasoning blend with the bell peppers and onions in it was about 99 cents, about $1. And zucchini noodles were about $4. So did all of this less than 30 minutes with less than $20. I think we're going to have a wonderful, awesome time eating this. Now, the other seasonings and things like that were already in my cupboard, already in the kitchen, so I didn't have to go out and buy those. And of course, you know, those may add up to the price, but the main ingredients for this were less than $20. I often tell my publisher, we joke about it, doing a show called Cooking While Broke. I think the 2 of us could make that happen. Not only that, but this meal is relatively healthy, using a lot of vegetables. Like I said, today is our meat day, so we went ahead and added some Italian sausage, but you could probably do this with these substitutes for meat like mushrooms, you could even add mushrooms to this, I would think. Matter of fact, I may go ahead and do that and add just a few mushrooms just to kind of bulk up the flavor a little bit. But you can add whatever you'd like to it. But this is just the basic meal itself. Hope you enjoy it. I know I will. So I'm just going to call it that today. This is Cooking While Broke with Cheryl Lacey Donovan. How about that? See you guys next time I'm in the kitchen. Bye-bye.